Welcome to this presentation on the edit mode environment. The edit mode environment is the entire environment you work with in order to create, edit, rearrange, and remove content of all manner on your page. This is part one, and we're focused on buttons. Buttons are on the top shelf. It's always there. It never moves. Starting with the first line from the left, the button in central top gray area. This area contains the open feature for the structure. Opens and closes by clicking it. It also contains the create button, the plus, which starts up and creates a new page or a new block. Then there's various ways to view the content. You will not need any of them. Then we have the preview mode, which is the same as what you're watching right now. It's the view mode for how the visiting user sees your articles. Could be used to just preview what you're working with. Next up is the compare different versions page. This only compares one version up to another one of the same page, maybe the front page or an article that you're working with. We seldom use this, and you can just try it out if you want. You can't do anything wrong with this. On the other side, we have notification areas, mostly used only by administrators like me. It just has some notifications if anything's wrong with the system or anything's out of date or something like that. The last part is the right-hand pane. This contains images, blocks, and documents. More on that on the later setup. Beneath that is the location information text. This changes when you click around in the system. It shows you the location of where you are. The next setup is the option or publish button. This button displays the text options if no changes have been done to the page, and changes to publish when there are changes to be published. If option is displayed when clicked, you see some details on the page and one link. View the view on Webpage. This is the same as the preview button, but you get a new pop-up with information or views on how your webpage will look. If we just add it and do some changes, let's just do something. There we go. Now it changes to publish because we've done something to the page. And if publish is displayed, you also get a blue banner beside the button. And when clicked, you get information on the page status. When it was changed last, the publish button and a ready to publish button. The ready to publish button is only used when you want to approve something in a hierarchy or send the page for approval to publishing. We don't use that very often, but you may use it at your mission if someone else is doing the publishing for you and you just write the content. You also have a possibility to add the scheduled publishing. This allows you to set a date and time for when the page will be published. You also have the last one, which is revert to a previous version published. If you do something and maybe you delete a lot of information, or somebody just touches your keyboard and information gets lost, you can just go back. As you've seen, I've moved around now and I want to go back to what I had. I can just revert, click yes, and it goes back to where it was before I started editing the page. You also have the last two buttons. They're very important and we use them a lot. The first one is the on-page editing. This is how the system presents the information that you're working with. On-page editing is what you're looking at now. Is what's closest possible what the system can produce of how the web page is going to look, with all the styles and all the images and all the bangs and whistles it has. On page, and the next one, all properties, is better described in another video, but I'm going to do a short one on it here. The last one is all properties, and that's the opposite. It's just a data-driven view of everything. Sometimes that's easier because it uses less bandwidth, but yeah, you can change this however you want via these two buttons. So that's how the central button system works. Hope you enjoyed it.